Cravings Food Adventures, we're making Chukander Gosht. Chukander means beets in Hindi and Urdu, and Gosht means meat. Hi everyone, I'm Ahmed, and I literally stumbled upon this recipe. One day I bought way too many beets and I was looking for a way to combine it with meat. Many Google searches later, I came across this recipe for Chukander Gosht. I was so fascinated by this recipe. You can make this either with beef or mutton. I have now made this many times and I'm here to share my recipe with you. The first thing I'm going to do is prepare my beets. Now I'm simply going to wrap this in some foil together with a little bit of oil, and I'm going to roast this in my 350-degree oven for about 45 minutes. Once my beets are cooked and cooled, I'm going to peel them and then I'm going to puree some of them. I just need about a cup of pureed beets. I'm also going to cut a few beets into slices and then cubes, and I'm going to reserve these for later. I'm using some beautiful mutton today. Mutton is simply older sheep. Sheep that is older than 2 years is considered mutton, and anything younger than 2 years is considered lamb. If you prefer, you can make this dish using lamb, beef, or even chicken. I've got all my ingredients prepared, and the first thing that's going to go into my saute pan are 2 tablespoons of ghee or clarified butter. I'm going to melt this down and I'm going to add 1 stick of cinnamon together with 1 black cardamom. I'm also going to add 1 teaspoon each of cumin seeds and coriander seeds. Now this is going to make the ghee really fragrant. Next, I'm going to add 1 cup of onions that I've diced, and I'm going to saute it, followed by 1 teaspoon each of ginger and garlic paste. I'm going to add 2 cups of finely diced tomatoes together with 1 teaspoon of red chili powder and salt to taste. I'm going to mix this together really well, and then I'm going to cover it and let this cook. I'm going to let this cook covered for at least 3 to 5 minutes. I want to make sure that my tomatoes are nice and mushy. Once my tomato mixture is ready, I'm simply going to scrape this to the side, and I'm going to add another tablespoon of ghee into my saute pan. I'm going to add all of my mutton, and I'm just going to let it cook so I get a little bit of color on one side, and then I'm going to flip it over so I can get color on the other side. Once my mutton has a little bit of color on both sides, I'm simply going to fold everything together, and then I'm going to add, in my opinion, the star of this dish, 1 cup of beets that I've pureed. I'm going to add this into my mixture and I'm going to mix everything together really well. I'm going to cover this and cook it. Now mutton takes a very long time to cook so that it's nice and tender. You should cook this for at least 1 hour covered, stirring at intervals, adding water as required. If you prefer, you can also at this point transfer your mutton into a pressure cooker and cook it. Once my mutton is cooked, I'm going to throw in 3 tablespoons of the beetroot that I cubed and reserved, and I'm just going to let it cook for another minute or so just to absorb some of the flavor. And it's ready to serve. Garnish with some chopped green chili and green coriander, and it's delicious. What I love about this recipe is the contrast of the spiciness from the chili powder, the gaminess of the meat, and the sweetness and the tartness that comes from the beetroot. It also has an amazing and stunning natural color. Thank you so much for joining me on Cravings Food Adventures. I do hope you really enjoyed this very different recipe. If you want to try some other unique recipes, try my murg methi, which is made with fenugreek, or my chicken shakuti. This is a Goan recipe that's made with chicken, spices, and coconut. They are delicious recipes. Please make sure you're subscribed to my channel. I upload new videos every Friday, so I hope to see you soon. Until then, do take care.